Right, I'm live. How do you change cameras? Right, see somebody's watching. Yeah, I'm trying to change seals in this, but when I was doing it on StreamYard, I got kicked off because of violating YouTube's terms and conditions, because obviously this was far too violent by having these rubber seals put in this. But in StreamYard, I cannot find where I can do age restriction. Now, I've just gone live on this, and I've done it with an age restriction on it because I'm live on YouTube Studio, which I don't particularly like because I don't know how to change cameras. So, whoever's watching, if you just put hi in the chat and so I can see who it is. It's probably Mark again, is it? I'll be kicked off in a minute. I don't particularly like this this setup. You can only try. Yeah, cheers, Matt. Yeah, I've gone into this. I'm going to try and do it on this and see if they chuck me off this one. I put it down as an age restriction. But like I say, unfortunately in StreamYard, I can't find the age restriction. Not that I think this really needs age restriction on it anyway, but you know what I mean. But yeah, webcam, it's got me down with this webcam, but on StreamYard I can swap between the two, so I can look into the camera, then I can swap to this, which shows what I'm doing. I wonder if there's edit. What's edit do? No, that just edits me title. Cancel the editing. Webcam. No, I can't change the webcam on it. Yeah, YouTube, you've got a crap studio. That's terrible. No, can't see how to change it, but anyway, whatever. Right, see if YouTube could kick me off again. Right, so back to where I was. I'm going to remove the barrel. There's no wonder there's that many people now leaving YouTube. I've seen loads leaving it because of the way that YouTube has been. YouTube, you're a massive platform and you're going to destroy yourself. Because there's other platforms coming up thick and fast now. So that's me barrel removed. So now I need to split the block. Yeah, Robert X, you're right. Yeah, like I say, I put this on. I was on StreamYard, filming this, just replacing these seals in this rifle, and I got chucked off again, second time now, off YouTube. And all they say is violating community somewhat or other. So violate, but it doesn't tell you what you've actually violated. Now, I go onto YouTube all the time and I watch different videos on air rifles. There's loads of channels. Some of them actually going out shooting and actually showing them actually shooting pigeons, rabbits and stuff like that, which I can understand some people don't want to see, and I perfectly understand that people don't want to see that. But they allow that to be filmed. Me replacing the seals on this, I'm suspecting because I haven't put an age restriction on it, which doesn't mean any difference anyway, because it doesn't stop from going on it. You know, like what 16-year-old kid is going to look at something that says age restriction 18 and goes, oh, well, I best not watch it then. You know, it's ridiculous. But on StreamYard, I can't find the setting to put in to milk and tea. Heathen. I'm just going to put kettle on now, actually. I'm going to make myself a tea. this up before. What's that? Oh, that's it. So I've broken my block apart. There's nothing in this bit that's got any seals in that I need to replace. So that bit there can sit there because I don't need it. Everything I'm going to be doing is going to be in this block. And my tea has gone to, I've got my junk shop mug. It's gone cold. So I'm going to make myself another one. I'm just basically wanting to see whether YouTube kicked this one off. Because it's frustrating. So yeah, if anybody in the chat does know how to put age restriction on StreamYard, it'd be much appreciated. Because that's the only thing I can think it is. Do you use any lubricant on your seals? Yes, I do. This stuff. Low viscosity silicone grease for maintenance of regulators and O-rings. So yeah, it's a silicone based stuff, and yeah, I just coat that on the seals. So yes, I do. Thanks for asking that. That's me, my tea getting made. So Lass has got this newfangled kettle that mixes out the amount of water that you need for your tea. Now that one there, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little seal that goes around here. There. Now that's normally the one that goes. So I'm suspecting it might be that one that's gone. Just put some milk in my tea. Tea. Yeah, I'm not keen on the YouTube, whatever you want to call it, studio. Like I say, it doesn't give you an option of changing cameras. Yeah, I mean the chat and everything all seems to work really good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out how to do the age restriction. I'm gonna have to do firing valve new. I reckon that's the one I want. Where is that one? Let's just have a look on here. See if I can find it. That's in there. Running in there. So that's main valve, firing valve. Yeah, that's a better seal on that. Right, these are them washers, and these basically do your regulator. Keep them on there, and I want to replace that thing with a brass one. Yeah, I'm going to replace that one with a brass one. As you can see, it's got a thing where the washers can fit into. So they'll sit like that. Whether it makes any difference, I don't know, but I'm going to try it. On this one here, I need a socket. No, I don't think it's because it's brass, it's because it's got that, rather than being flat and just pushing down onto the washers, this sort of guides it a bit more. It's got like that nipple on the end that goes into the washers, so it just keeps them more in a straight line. And like I say, I don't know whether it makes any difference. I mean, there must be something about brass, because this thing here that I'm taking out now, which is basically the main valve, I believe. That's what it's called. Let's have a look. Does it say? Yeah, main inlet valve. That's brass. Main valve. That's one there. There was a cocktail stick. It being brass, I don't want to put any marks on it, so it was a cocktail stick. There we go. So that one done. Push that out. There's another one down in there that I've got to try and get out. It's on that edge here. If I remember rightly, you can push that. Yes. I do remember rightly. It pulls out. Gee, shiny. Hooked already. Not that you're going to learn a lot from this, because all I'm doing is just replacing them as I go along. I'm just trying to look at this bloody thing. Right, let's have a look. Back in there. Breach block. Oh, that's got it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not saying a lot. I'm just trying to get that thing back in there. Lubricate, yeah. Well, I'm assuming I'm still live, so YouTube hasn't took me off yet. But there again, they look on this and they won't have a bloody clue what I'm doing. I could be doing anything, can I? Put these washers back in. I've got now a nice brass plug. No, asking about the top. Well, yeah, to be honest, yeah, there is to some extent. What I do with that is once I've got it all back together, I'll put the air cylinder on, and that will set the regulator pressure. So basically, what you've got 200 bar pressure in your air cylinder, and if you don't have a regulator, some air rifles don't have regulators on. If you don't have a regulator on, what happens is it's using the pressure directly from the air cylinder, 200 bar. But what it does is it closes the valve off really, really quickly. But you get what you call a power curve. So you'll have like a sweet spot where a certain amount of pressure that's in your air cylinder, that'll be like your best pressure for shooting. But what this does is this acts as like a second air cylinder. So you've got 200 bar in there, and then I'll set this to about 95 bar. So I'll have 95 bar of pressure in here. So every time I pull the trigger, it will release the 95 bar out of there rather than taking it out of this. And that gives you more of a consistent shot. So what I'll need to do is I'll show you the little gauge that I need to put onto it. What I'll do is I'll fit that to here, put it all back together, put the air cylinder on, and then by altering this, putting more tension onto that brass bit that I put in, that'll increase the pressure that's in there up to the 95 bar, and then I'll just need to fine tune it if I need to go a little bit higher or a little bit lower. This is almost as intricate as replacing a flint on a Zippo lighter. Yeah, I used to have Zippo lighters usually. I used to have loads of them. Right, so where's my air cylinder? There it is. Let's screw that in. This is where I'm going to set the air pressure, and you'll see what I mean. Not yet. Need to remove that. So yeah, that puts that gauge on. Fasten the air cylinder in. Bugger. Right, because I've put that new thing in, it's put it right up to 120 bar. Can't back it off with pressure in it. So the only way to do it is to remove the air cylinder. That's remove the air cylinder, and then what I need to do then is back off on this. When I tightened this up before, that brass, and when I tightened it up, I've obviously tightened it up too far. I should have left it slack. Slack now. So hopefully, when I put this back on, the pressure that's in the regulator is going to be way under the 95 bar. Right, yeah, it is. Right, I've got 40 bar in there now, rather than what it was reading before. That's back to front. Why is that reading back to front? Obviously, YouTube does it as a mirror effect. That's crap. I don't like YouTube Studio at all. So what I need to do now is increase that pressure. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well. See if I can move that. Yeah, that's increasing. That's at 80 bar. You can see it very well. I know this from last time when I did it, I had to put it to 95 bar. I did it to 90 and it wasn't enough. And I had to do it all again and go to 95. So this time I'm going to do it to 95. Yeah. $98, I went a bit too far. I'll have to undo this. Back it off slightly. That's backed off slightly. Thought I would do eventually. What it does by doing this, I've got loads of seals here, right, is just keep taking it on and off all the time. It blows that seal, that red seal. It's proper blowing it. Which is why I never replaced that to last. And I'll use one of these black ones. Save me red ones for when I've finished. So by taking the cylinder on and off all the time, you end up blowing that little seal. And I've now put a black replacement one on. I've still got 150 bar in there, so as long as we're over the 95 bar I want, we're fine. So let's seal that back up again. And we're at just over 80 bar. Do it slowly this time. it's trying to get a good match, because what you want to do is try and get a decent shot count, but obviously still remaining with your power. And it's just showing mirrored image to. Oh right, I see. So it's just a mirrored image to me. Got you. All right. I didn't know that. Right, that's 90 baht. $95. Spot on. Right. At 95. So that should keep me power bang on. Take this off again and hopefully don't blow this seal. If I let the pressure get out before I continue, it should save that seal. It appears to have done. Right, I no longer need that anymore. It's a great little bit of kit. It means you can set everything up just as you want it. You couldn't do it without it. You couldn't take this bit without it, because you would just literally be guessing. And that just seals the port where it goes, where you fit your regulator gauge. I'm forgetting about my teeth when I go cold. Right, so I shouldn't have to go back into the regulator. I should be able to fit all this back together. And one of them seals that I've replaced is hopefully the one that was causing the leak. And of course, the only way to find out is to leave it standing for a day or two and see whether the pressure drops. I mean, it wasn't a major leak that was in it. It was dropping over about 3 days. It was dropping the air. I mean, you can get some that will drop a little bit of air, but usually not over 3 days. It's usually over several weeks. An air rifle will lose some of its pressure. Saying that, I mean, I've got a couple upstairs that I haven't used for a month or two with this lockdown. We're not being able to go shooting, the club being closed, and they're still bang up to pressure. Which I have heard actually that if you're keeping them a long period without shooting them, you should actually take the pressure out of them. But I haven't done, and it doesn't seem to have done any harm up to now. So on, and then put my barrel back in. I always put my serial number to this side. It's just like a little grub screw which just holds the barrel in. A bit of tension on it with one of these. That's got it. And the trigger block. How is it you repressure the gas cylinder? Oh, I think I know what you're asking. In fact, I'll show you that. I've got a compressor, which is nothing like your car compressors. But let's say it goes up to fill it up to 3,000 bar. No, sorry, 300 bar, which is, without doing conversion, it's 3,000 or 4,000 psi. I don't know what it is in bars to convert it. And basically, that does what you call a dive cylinder, a diving bottle. And then I connect the diving bottle to this through there, and then that fills that up. What I'll do is when I put this on, I'll get my diving bottle and I'll top this back up and I'll show you. Unfortunately, because of this system on YouTube, the YouTube studio, I don't know how to change camera because I'm actually just using my camera here. Last time I could swap between cameras. It doesn't show me how to do that on this, so I can't alter it. So I'm putting the air cylinder back on, and hopefully I haven't blown the fire. See what I mean? We take them on and off. It blows them little seals all the time. It's terrible. It takes nothing at all to knock these little seals off. So I'll just take that one out again. That's shot off somewhere. I've got some red ones. The red ones are supposed to be the tougher ones. That's what sure they are. But yeah, I keep loads of them seals because, like I say, if you've got to take your bottle off for any reason, you do really run a good chance of blowing this little seal. Yeah, these red ones are supposed to be a little bit tougher. So we're in there now. Down to 100 bar now. Just a minute. I don't know where that's coming from. Basically, what I've done here is a boo-boo. And what happens is, that little thing that I put in there, so you've got two holes here. I put it in that one, which is what holds the stock in. That's the one I should have put it in. I've seen loads of people do this because it's the same size screw and they're right next to each other. And you put it in the wrong one. When you screw the air cylinder on, the air comes straight out of there. Now we should be fine. There we go. That's in. And I'll see if I can get that air cylinder. I'll see if I can show you what I was talking about now. Let's see if I can put this so you can see what I'm doing. So you get your diver's bottle. Yeah, probe, like the wrong camera. And that which goes into your cylinder there, and you just top it up to 200 bar. So I'll put that in. And then I've got a gauge on this side here, and all I'll do is that's in on there, 200 bar. And that's put me back to 200 bar. My bloody tea's going cold. Yeah, that's right, 1 bar, 14.5. So I think it's about 3,000 psi, or just short of 3,000 psi. Let's work it out. So it's 200 bar. Yeah, 2,900 psi. It's a lot. Seeing you've got, what, 30 psi in your car? I think HGV tyres are about 150 bar. So 2,900 bar is, you can tell how much pressure's in this this cylinder. It's a hell of a lot of pressure. It really is a hell of a lot of pressure. Right. Back to putting my stock on. What I'll do now is just basically, you know what I've done? I'm going to have to take my bloody cylinder off again, because I can't put this in there with the cylinder on. I need to put it all back into the rifle and then screw the cylinder on. It's good to have plenty of these little seals, isn't it? Don't try and stop it with your head. Has it blown it? Looks all right. We'll find out when we put it back together, won't we? And then I can put this back in, because it goes in there like that. Let's put the cylinder back on. Silencer back on, because we don't want to make it really loud, as you heard last time. And all I'll do then is just crop it. Yeah. Right, so that's that back together. What I need to do now is to chronograph it. Right, find out where it is. This is basically this little thing goes on end. You put in your pellet weight and it tells you what power your rifle's kicking out. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Matt? The cylinder don't have blending. And what that does is when you shoot the pellet through between the two sensors, it gives you a reading. It gives you the velocity. And this gives it in meters. I need to then convert it to feet. And then with that, I can convert it to foot-pounds of energy. Just need to... Right, I'm just going to go out into the garden, just shoot this, see what the energy is, and hopefully it shouldn't need altering, because I know that it was at 95 bar before, but if I've gone slightly over the 95 bar, I might have to just do some tinkering about with it, but I'm hoping I don't have to. Back in a minute. Right, so that's doing 235 meters per second. So 235 meters to feet is 770 feet. I mentioned at weekend 777 is a one for, so the sake of 7 feet, I ain't going to alter it. So yeah, it's bang on 770 feet. So if I then convert that, so 770 feet is to make pyramid anything. Muzzle energy 770. And my pellets weigh 8.48. So that gives me a muzzle energy of, zoom in, so 11 point, that's reading backwards to me, 11.17 foot-pounds. So I'm happy with that. I'm not bothered about changing it, putting up for the sake of, going up to half a foot-pound of extra energy. It isn't worth bothering. It's over 11 foot-pounds. It's below the 12 foot-pounds. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with that. I ain't going to whinge about or try and increase it by a few feet per second. I use this one for target shooting anyway, so it should give me a little bit more on the amount of shots that I can get out of it. These aren't bad scopes, these are made by Hawk. This is the Hawk Compact, so it has 24 times magnification zoom. It's only a little scope. But they're really good, and they've got the side focus wheel in as well, the side focus. sure that fits my eye as well. Yeah, so if anybody in the chat does know how to change the settings on StreamYard so that it puts it down as age restrictions, can you let us know? That's my last one, well, my last couple that I've done. It's got me kicked off YouTube for violating their terms and conditions. Yeah, it's a really nice scope. And that's what it looks like all back together. Nice little rifle. Put me cap in. I'll show you the other rifle that I've got, which is the Steyr Hunting 5. I've got a new stock on order. It's going to be laminate like this, but it's going to be what you call forest green, so it's going to be like green, brown and whatever. But it's going to be laminated like this. And I'll just show you what that one rifle looks like. I've got it on order. It should be here by the end of this month. I've had it on order since last October, I think. That's the Steyr Hunting 5. And let's say it's going to have a forest. I've got a forest green stock for it. This scope is the same as the other one, but it's not the compact version. This is the full size version, and the other one's a compact. This is a slightly longer rifle, so it fits quite well on it. But with this rifle, if I get an empty magazine, I'll show you something. They're the magazines for filling up. That's a single shot magazine, so you can put one pellet in theirs, and these are five. I've got 4 5-shot magazines. So basically, you put your pellets in there. The beauty with this one, it makes it an automatic, and if you've got no pellets in this, there cannot be any pellets inside it because it shoots directly from the magazine. So if you know if the magazine's empty or the magazine's removed, you know there is no pellets in this rifle. The other thing with this as well is if you don't have a magazine in it, when you cock it and you pull the trigger, it'll just click. It will not shoot without the magazine fitted. So like I said, that there's got no pellets in it. As you can see straight through it. So all this is going to do now is fire air through it. But I'll show you why I like this one. So that loads up like that. So that's ready. If that pellet's in, that's ready to go. But the beauty of this is it's automatic. You don't have to shoot and then cock, shoot and cock like you do with the others. It literally. So as fast as you can pull the trigger, it will shoot. So yeah, it's really good for a quick follow-up shot. Also, I like this one for target shooting because I'm not having to remove my eye from the scope. You know, each time you're shooting and then you're recocking and then you're shooting and recocking, you move your position. With this here, you can get it into position and you do not have to move at all. You can just bang, 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 bang. That's it. So yeah, that's a nice bit of kit. And like I say, I'm just waiting for the new stock to arrive, which is the forest green. So it'd be like, say, green, browns, laminated stock, so should make it look quite nice. And I've got my other one here. Might as well show you this while I'm at it. That's a laminated stock on this. And again, I use this for target shooting. But this is a spring-powered rifle. So instead of being a PCP, which are the ones I've got their own air cylinders in, this one has, like the old air rifles, just all this bloody camera. If I can. Not very clever, but anyway, better than it was. With this one here, yeah, this is a spring one. So pull that down, opens the breech up. I won't put it all the way because you need to fire these once you've cocked them, because they won't allow you to decock them. So yeah, that's a spring one. So that has a spring in it. It fires by a spring. Just as powerful as the others, no different. So that's my other laminate stock. And that's it, hopefully for the Steyr one I should get within in the next few weeks, hopefully. Anyway, so that's me done now with this one. I'll just leave it for a couple of days and check the air cylinder and see whether it's still leaking. Hopefully it won't be. And that will have cured me a little air leak that I had. And I'll get all this mess packed away. And then I'm going to be going to bed shortly because I'm on nights tonight. Need to get myself to bed. Is it any good against zombies? Absolutely excellent against zombies. Yeah, no problem whatsoever against zombies, especially the automatic one. Double tap and all that. Have you ever tried paintball shooting? Yes, I did years ago in the army. And I've never had so many bruises, but I had an absolutely brilliant time. We were doing on a Friday, we used to, when we was in Germany, on Fridays, we used to have like sports, you could do sports or stuff like that, or, and every week we used to try and find something different to it. It might be like, I don't know, sort of like go-karting or mountain bike riding or abseiling or something along them lines. And one of the lads, this one time, he had to come up with something we wanted, we could do, and he decided to do paintballing. And we thought, bloody paintballing! We're in the army. We're going to get dressed up as bloody soldiers and start running around a wood shooting guns. And you think, bloody hell, talk about a busman's holiday. And absolutely loved it. We had an absolute corker of a time. But I've never had so many bruises. They don't half bloody hurt when they hit you. They don't half hurt. So yes, I have done paintballing, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a look, but they don't make it easy. Yeah, is that for the altering the age restrictions on the on StreamYard? I'm sure I've done it before. I'm sure I have, but I just can't work out how I did it. Let me just get this bloody camera. Unfortunately, with this as well, with StreamYards, I can swap between cameras. But on I'm using YouTube Studio. Of course, I could go into that and I could alter the edge, and I could do the age restriction on it. So I could do the age restriction in the YouTube Studio, but I can't seem to find the age restriction on StreamYard. And I don't like YouTube Studio because, like I say, it shows webcam on there. Manage. Yeah, you see, I can't alter any of them things. Sub-party people. Don't know what you mean by that. Hi, Theo. Theoretically, I like that name. Sub-party people. Don't know what you mean by that, but yeah. British zombies don't make me laugh. Yeah. So yeah, all done. I'll have to sort something out with StreamYard and find out what I can do to alter it. And like I say, I'll check this in a day or two and see whether I've lost any pressure or not. I'll end my stream here. Like I say, I don't like this studio. There doesn't seem to be any. I mean, it doesn't even show us screen share or anything. Stylish kitchen. I also have a black and white one. Yeah, not my plan. It was a wife who wanted the black and white kitchen, so I just leave it up to her. It's me that has to do it all. Like I had to do all tiling. About once ready to replace it. I think we've had this kitchen in now. It's got to be over 10 years. Probably 10, 12 years. We've had this kitchen in. It's your catchphrase. Yeah, fair enough. I'll remember that one. Sub-party people. Yeah, right. Okay. So yeah, it's got to be 10, 12 years, this kitchen, maybe even longer. In fact, it will be. Grandson's 10. Put it in well before you were born. You got me thinking. I'll have to not say that when Mrs. about, because she'll say, well, we'll have a new kitchen. It took me ages to do it. I did it all myself. That was a mistake, you know. We ordered all the cabinets and everything, and they said, oh, do you want them putting together? Or do you want them all delivering flat packed? I thought, I'll have them delivered flat packed. I'll put them together myself. And then somebody said to me, oh no, don't get it. I think it was an extra 50 quid to have them all already put together. And they said, seriously, pay the 50 quid. And I thought about it and thought, well, I'll go on then. So I got back in touch with them. I said, the kitchen cabinets. I said, can I have them pre-made up? Yeah, additional £50. I paid the £50, and then they got delivered. And when I looked at it, I thought, I'm glad I didn't have it all in a flat pack. What a nightmare that would be. Milk and cheese would be kept separate. Just saying, Mark, me and you are going to seriously fall out, mate. I'm the tea bloke. I'm the one who dictates how the tea goes, and tea has milk in it. It's coffee. There's coffee that comes. I mean, and look, I didn't bloody drink it all, did I? So that's going to be another cup of tea getting made. But yes, you've got to have milk in tea. It's the only way to have it. I used to have sugar in it. I don't have sugar in tea now. So, right, I'll get off. I'll leave you all to it. Put this down here. And yeah, it's got to be an age thing. The reason it keeps getting kicked off, because I've tried to get kicked off with this one. Yeah, flat pack nightmare, absolutely. But I almost made that mistake, I really did. Anyway, I'll end the stream here, and I'll have to check out StreamYard, because I do like StreamYard platform. I don't like this one at all. I can't do that with it. You can't share screen. You can't do anything with it. In fact, you can't even, like on StreamYard, you can put the people's comments up. Doesn't even give you an option to do that. It just basically just live streaming straight away in it. There's no messing about you can do with it. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. Thanks for tuning in. I just thought I'd just do it for a laugh. And I'll see you all later. I'm going to end the stream here. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. No shit, Sherlock. End stream. Catch you all later. Thanks for coming.